And good Monday morning, Ohio State. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sebree, and I'm here to give you the winter storm update that I'm sure many of you have heard about coming up this weekend. We have a major winter storm in the making. It's going to give somebody a lot of snow, whether it's here in central Ohio or to our south or to our north. That's what I'm here to pinpoint for you. I want to give you a detailed, in-depth forecast about this winter storm that's approaching. And currently, however, it is well off to our west. Out here in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Oregon is currently where our low pressure system is sitting. So again, the models are showing a winter storm across our region for the most part, but the storm has yet to even enter the United States. So there's going to be a lot of flip-flopping, a lot of changing between now and then in regards to the models and their forecast outputs. But for now, I'll show you what we're seeing. The storm is likely going to dip across the southwest into Texas, and right around this area, Houston, Galveston, Shreveport, Louisiana, that's where the low pressure is going to deepen and strengthen. And then from there is where the models differ a little bit in terms of where they think the system's going to go. That's why I have the question marks painted here. It could take a track like this up to the Appalachian spine, or it could take a track like this straight off the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, which would disallow Ohio to see a significant winter storm, as the precipitation and moisture will stay well to our south. So the GFS model is one of the long-range forecast models that we look at as meteorologists to see what's coming up in the future. Well, the surface map, the colors here indicate precipitation. This dark blue line, it's the 540 thickness line. That's what we often look at in the winter to determine where it's going to be snow and where it's going to be raining. Typically to the north, in most scenarios, we see snow or frozen precipitation. South of that line is typically rain. So here's our precipitation associated with that low pressure system, which is going to be centered in Tennessee at this time, according to the GFS. And it's going to continue pushing off towards the northeast. Here's that 540 line. So Columbus is to the south. So if it started raining or precipitating at this time, it would likely be rain. As we progress to 7 a.m. Saturday, that line is barely, slightly to our south. Therefore, we might be cold enough to support snow. And the system is staying close enough to Ohio where there's plenty of precipitation and available moisture up here to give us some snow. As we progress forward another 6 hours, 1 p.m. on Saturday, that line is definitely to our south, and there is plenty of moisture and precipitation still in Ohio as that system continues to trek to the northeast. And that means we will be in the snow area, well, seeing snow associated with this system for several hours, which means we could see some accumulating snow with this system if the GFS does pan out. Now, the Canadian model at 7 a.m. on Saturday doesn't paint much in the way of anything down here in Texas, but it speeds the system up and has it already out here in Georgia and South Carolina. This is the outlier model. The European, which I'm not allowed to show you because of copyright laws, does agree with the GFS and brings even a heftier storm to the Ohio Valley with several inches of snow possible. The GFS accumulating snows are a little less than significantly less than the European model, but both models do give Ohio a good chance of snow. The Canadian keeps everything well off to our south and pushes the system off the coast of North and South Carolina, as I mentioned earlier, and doesn't give us any precipitation up here in Ohio. Keeps the low, again, well to our south. The snowfall accumulation, I know a lot of you like seeing pictures like this to see exactly how much snow we're going to get. The model, the GFS is showing 1 to 3 inches across central Ohio. That's a weak storm, but it is going to give us some snow, according to the GFS. The European is showing upwards of 10 inches. That might be overdone, but this could definitely be underdone. Again, the models are going to have to keep fine-tuning themselves between now and the weekend to give us a better idea of just how much snow we're going to see, if any at all. So here's breaking it down for you. Here's what I want to show you. Stronger, greater impact if it moves up to the north, like the European and the GFS show. If the Canadian's right, it'll be a weaker and minimal impact storm moving off the coast of South Carolina. And everyone in this shaded area up here has a potential for some significant accumulating snow if that northerly track does happen. And then after that, we are in a pattern now, after the system moves through in a few days, to see active conditions with storm tracks following roughly this purple line of the jet stream, moist air streaming on northeast, and colder air to the north filtering in, giving Ohio a perfect location to get in on some snowstorms as those storm systems move out of the deep south around Texas. So again, another storm is possible around Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, enhancing our chances of a white Christmas if the storm this weekend doesn't in fact pan out. Well, that's your winter storm weather update. Make it a great day.